Hi, Tiffany. This is Lori. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. How can we help today?
Well, I am just having some questions. I just moved cross country and gave up my home in Milwaukee to move in with the gentleman that I'm with over in South Carolina, and I'm wondering if that is the right place for me to be and the right relationship to be in.
Well, first off, before I say anything psychic, I'm saying, well, you're there now. Let's hope it's going to work for you.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm hoping too.
Yeah, you're already there, Tiffany. So,
Yeah.
so give me his first name only.
His name is Rory. Rory.
The first thing I have with Rory is I'm going to tell you a little bit about his personality, and you can say yes or no. I feel like he's very dependable. If there's one way to describe him, it's dependable. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's very pragmatic. He's got his own way of doing things. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And being that he's dependable, he has his own way of doing things. As far as the two of you, I feel like you're both older in life. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And when I look at the two of you relationship-wise, I do feel this was definitely the right move for you, Tiffany, in a big way. You waited a long time to meet up with the right person. So in doing so, you've pretty much hit the jackpot here, I would say. What you're going to need to do, though, is you're going to need to be patient, because you know how he can get someone anxiety-ridden when things don't go his way?
Yeah.
Okay. In saying that, you are going to have to count to 10 and breathe throughout the years with him. Okay. I feel like the two of you have talked marriage, but neither one of you want to jump that far. And if I were you, which I'm not, but I'm suggesting that you wait. Okay. Wait it out. I'm not saying that's because it's not going to work. I just feel that the two of you need to set down some strong boundaries with one another in the future as to how to live together again, because you've both been on your own for quite some time without living with a partner, correct?
Yeah.
Right. You know, your question is it a good thing? And I definitely see that this is a good situation for you. When I look at the relationship as a whole, you are going to have I'm just looking into this. When I look at this relationship as a whole, you really, again, patience are going to be the big thing for you. Counting to 10 and breathing. I know I said it already, but that's what I see over the long haul. So to answer your question, yeah, it's a good thing long term. You did the right thing in moving in. It's going to take a bit to to sort it all out emotionally and whose space is whose, because again, you guys haven't lived together with another person for quite some time. But other than that, it looks really, really good for you. Really positive, actually. So, do you have any other questions?
I have never been one to really think about the possibility of children or anything like that, because I wasn't in a relationship where that was feasible. And I guess kind of based on the first thing that's the last question, that's probably something that's down the line. But do you see anything of that nature in my future?
I feel like that's a discussion the two of you have had already, and neither one of you are sure if that's what you want. So I feel like you both need some time to have this relationship roll in the right direction before you have that conversation again. And, there's a lot of free will out there, Tiffany, so I just think you guys should have that conversation a few years down the line.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
If you want my honest answer is I don't see children for you. It's not that you can't have them. I feel like you guys choose not to because you really want to. I feel like you guys want to travel, and there's other things that you want to do, and you're both older, and you finally found one another, and it is a very good, solid match. If you add children into that quickly, I think it could go in other directions other than the one I see.
She didn't seem too disappointed about the children issue, so she must have.
No, she's one of those. She's just someone who's decided throughout her lifetime that she's not sure if she wants children, because she's very career orientated, and now that she's found love, she's rethinking that. but it's really not in the cards for her as in her disposition. I do feel like her and her partner are going to be able to travel. They're going to be able to do what they want when they want. I don't feel like either one of them want children, to be honest. So, and that's just personal choice, you know, good for them.
Sure. Yeah.
So
obviously the move was a good choice, and the man is a good choice.
yeah, she did a good thing by moving. She's definitely a person that really, really thinks before she does something. She tends to overthink things in her life, and some of that thought process has held her back a bit in life. And so for her to pick up, sell her house, move to North Carolina from Chicago, for a gentleman that she's met, a Southern gentleman, who are just that gentleman.
Yeah.
And this gentleman definitely is all of that. So it was a big move for her. So the fact that she's already there, she just needs to trust her own instinct and her own judgment a bit more.
You said something about she has like a little bit of an anxiety, or is it the overanalysis that might put pressure on the relationship? You tell her to breathe.
Her partner tends to suffer from a bit of anxiety because he's the kind of guy who wakes up in the middle of the night with a notepad next to the bed. You know, he has all these ideas.
Oh, so she's gonna have to be patient, is what you're saying?
Correct. Yeah. He tends to have anxiety because of all the ideas that are bouncing around in his head all the time. So yeah, but he's a good guy, really good guy. So yeah. And I saw all of that just by her first name.